My name is Rob Wallace. I am your life coach and spiritual mentor, and this is Self-Love with Law of Attraction. Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to Module 12 of your Self-Love and Law of Attraction course. And today's topic is a lovely, juicy one. It's called Reprogram Your Mind. And I've touched upon this subject through previous modules, folks, but this is the module which is going to dive right in to how you reprogram your own mind. Now, what we're talking about is a very deep topic. It's about how the actual mind works, okay? Now, you've heard me discuss that the reality on the outside is a reflection of your dominant thought patterns, right? And your dominant thought patterns are created by what you perpetually believe in. That is, whatever thoughts you keep repeating and repeating and repeating to yourself, that's what you end up believing in, and that's what your reality ends up becoming. Now, I want to talk about the word brainwashing because it has such a negative connotation. The mind is a blank canvas, okay? Your mind is not hardwired for any particular belief. It's a blank canvas. And the beliefs that are installed in your mind are the ones that you choose to believe in. You see, your reality is not predestined by anything other than what you believe in. There's not one path for you to go down. Your path is pathless. You create your path through your beliefs, you see. Your mind is a blank canvas, just as your physical reality is actually a blank canvas. Because in each of those areas, in your imagination and in reality, all possibilities exist. So when someone says that another person's been brainwashed, here's what they're really saying. If someone's been brainwashed by any outside forces, right, such as governments, such as teachers, all that's really happened is that person has not programmed their mind themselves. They have allowed another person to program their mind. And when someone finds that out, they think it's a massive deal. They think, oh my goodness, there's a conspiracy. Well, it's not true. It's something that could be changed quickly without any effort. And it's changed by you mentally rejecting any belief which you think doesn't fit, because your beliefs are what create your reality. You can believe in whatever you want. It's not about good or bad. It's about what you want to believe in. And ultimately, if you ask someone if they had a choice to believe in anything at all, most people want to believe in love. If I was to ask you, what's the one belief you would install in the operating system of your mind which would govern all things? Then without even going to religion, without going to philosophy, without going to anything outside of you, you would turn around and say, I believe in love. And then where you go from there is you build up beliefs that are in alignment with that first law of love. And so the way in how you reprogram your mind, it's what Neville Goddard says. You buy the pearl of great price. And that pearl of great price is to get rid of all belief systems that you currently have and reinstalling beliefs in which you choose. If someone chooses to believe in chaos, they're going to see the world in chaos. If someone believes that they are not worthy to be a leader of their own destiny, then they will perceive a reality where they are led. All of that comes from a thought pattern. So if you want to believe that you are the elite of your own reality, and if you want to install the first law of love, and love is where all other expressions of creativity come from, then that will be your operating system. Okay? Your mind is your blank canvas. Your mind is there for you to brainwash yourself, you see. I'll retranslate that. Your mind is a blank canvas for you to install the operating system which you believe in, not what anyone else believes in, but which you believe in. And even though I'm talking to you about certain advice and certain beliefs, what I'm actually teaching you is that you can believe in whatever you want. Because the only thing which you can argue against that is that you have no control over your beliefs. So it's either one of two things. Do you have control over your beliefs or do you not? Of course you have control over your beliefs. I'm not telling you what to believe in. I am telling you you can believe in whatever you want. Because whatever you believe in is your reality. Okay? Now, I said this before. You don't get what you deserve in life. There's no such thing as deservedness, because then that creates the concept of blame, which is another module which I'm going to get into. There's no such thing as blame. No one outside of you is to blame, and you're not to blame. You don't get what you deserve in life. You get what you believe in. Okay? So what do you believe in? Do you believe that you're useless? Do you believe you're full of uselessness? Or do you believe that you're full of use and that you are useful? Do you believe you are love? If you believe that, that's going to be your operating system. You are going to operate on the system of love. Now, here's an exercise I want you to do for at least 30 days, right? And if you find that it's working for you, you should never stop using this exercise. Okay? It's called depolarization. It's about getting rid of oppositional thinking. It's about you learning not to fight with your thoughts. And it's about you learning not to fight with anyone on the outside. And here's how it works. Every time a negative thought comes into your brain, right? Every time a negative thought comes into your mind, what I want you to do is not to fight with that thought, but like I said in previous modules, I want you to accept that thought as a challenge, as a choice, right? You can either choose to believe in that thought, right? Because it's your choice. Or you can choose not to believe in that thought, right? It's as simple as that. So when a negative thought comes into your head, I want you to catch the thought. Okay, not to fight it, just catch it. Just go, oh, there goes a negative thought. You know, just the way as a car would pass you by or someone walks past you in the street, you would go, oh, there's a car. Or, oh, there's a person walking past me. Catch the thought, okay? Because when you actually catch the thought, that in itself works magic. Because most of the time, we let those thoughts drift and we drift along with them for hours on end. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever noticed how long you dwell on a negative thought before you finally say, I'm tired of this? You could go on for days. Think about how absurd that is. You've gone on for days with a negative thought. How absurd is that? You can train your mind to get rid of that thought within 2 minutes. And the way you do it is to catch the thought. is to realize that you're thinking about it. That's all you need to do. Even if it happens 500 times a day, just catch the thought and go, oh, there's a negative thought. And then treat it as a challenge. Just say, okay, am I going to choose to believe in this? Or am I going to re-script that scene, right? You're not going to fight with the scene because it's your movie. It's your film, okay? It's your creation. Rewrite the scene. Just go, nope, I'm going to change this scene, right? You're not going to suppress it. You're not going to rip it up. You're not going to kick it down. You're going to re-script the scene. Change the scene and believe in that scene which you wish to see. So, for example, if you're picturing yourself with someone you don't like and you're fighting with them, start to think of a solution. Remember what I said in the module about empathy. Think of a solution. So if you're arguing with that person, fine. Think of a solution and put that in place of the negative thought. Rescript that scene with the solution. Okay? So when the negative thought comes into your mind, catch it and then rescript it. That's all you need to do. And what to do is don't allow that scene to go on for any longer than 10 seconds. And then replay it in your mind every 10 seconds, right? So when you feel you've thought on it for 10 seconds, go back to the beginning and then let 10 seconds go and go back to the beginning. Don't worry about getting it to the exact second. Just don't let the scene go on too long because your mind will wander, okay? Catch the thought, rescript it, and replay a very short scene which implies the solution. And then just keep replaying it and then let it go. Purposefully let the thought go and try to think of something else entirely, right? What's going to happen is you will feel a little bit foggy-brained for about 3 days. Do you know why? Because like your body muscles, your brain is a muscle. You've taught your brain over so many years to think in a certain fashion that when you start to tell your brain to think in a different fashion, you're literally exercising the muscle of your brain. And so you may feel that it's tiring to do something like that. But it will become so addictive that the brain will get used to it the same way as your muscles get used to exercising. It's going to become the norm for you to only think about solutions to problems. Do you want to keep dwelling on unproductive thoughts that get you nowhere? Or do you want to train your mind into thinking of solutions only? In a higher sense, do you want to think loving thoughts? Or do you want to think really nasty, horrible thoughts about what you want to do to someone you don't like? And I'm talking about anything from insults to really heinous actions. Do you really want to dwell in that place? Or do you want to go to a place of love where you're thinking only of solutions? Because I'll tell you, when you retrain your mind to think of solutions and to think of loving thoughts, magic is going to happen. And so that's one exercise you can do, and I recommend you keep doing it for 30 days, right? And it's very easy. It is not as exhausting as it sounds. Catch the thought, rescript it, replay it for a few times, and then let it go. And do that every time a negative thought comes into your head. Now, another little exercise is a simple affirmation, okay? It's a simple affirmation. Now, I'm going to use the word God. You can use whatever word you want, whatever you believe in, if it's universe, if it's source energy, whatever you believe in, whatever you call the one higher force that runs through all of creation, right? Whatever you believe in, use that word, okay? I'm personally here going to use the word God, but you can use whatever word you want, okay? God is my instant and everlasting supply. So every time a negative thought comes into your head, say to yourself, God is my instant and everlasting supply, and everything comes to me in divine order through divine love. Okay? God is my instant and everlasting supply, and for everything that comes to me, it does so in divine order through divine love. Okay? That's what you say every time a negative thought comes into your head. You can even combine that affirmation with the exercise that I gave you. So you can catch the thought, you can re-script it, okay? You can replay it in your mind, and then you can repeat the affirmation, God is my instant and everlasting supply, and everything comes to me in divine order through divine love. When you start practicing these ways of reprogramming your mind to think constructively, your mind will then move into that space of looking for solutions and of thinking only of loving solutions and loving thoughts which are constructive, which are helpful, which inspire people, okay? Because that's what you want to do in life. You don't want to go out and argue with someone and beat them down. You want to inspire people, right? You want to lift them up. You want to lift the worst among you up. You don't want to beat them down. You want to lift them out of that place. Well, you do that with love, okay? And all of that begins when your mental operating system is the operating system of love and looking for solutions to lift people up. That's the operating system which you want to begin with, all right? Because you are love. Folks, this concludes Module 12, and I will see you lovely, shiny, happy people in Module 13. Folks, have a wonderful day. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.